Good morning, lovelies. ZoëTwoDots here with some more Pokemon Go goodness for you, and today we're going to jump into a little bit of a prep guide on how to get yourself ready in advance for the rollout of level 41 to level 50 in Pokemon Go. So as many of you know, at the moment there is a beta test happening for Australian Pokemon Go trainers. A select handful of level 40 trainers have been given access to basically start leveling up, testing that out, and then providing feedback at the end of this testing phase. I believe as well at the end of this testing, it's gonna be rolling out worldwide, so pretty much end of November, start of December, level 41 plus should be rolling out to all trainers that are level whatever level you are, you'll be able to at least progress past level 40. And even though you may not be able to level up right now to level 41 and beyond, there are a bunch of ways that you can kind of get prepped now, do a few little things in advance to get ready for some of the milestones that you need to achieve for leveling up. So it's not just XP anymore, it's XP plus basically a checklist of little quests. Some of these things you'll have to just do on the day, or start it when you hit that level and work towards it. Other things you can do in advance. So let's jump into a few of those things. I'll break down level by level what you can do, and then my overall tips for how to maximize it going forward. And right before we jump into today's video as well, I wanted to remind you guys that we're gonna have some spicy little Black Friday sales popping up this week/weekend over on the merch store. So link in description, t-shirts, pins, bum bags, face masks, whatever it might be. Check it out. Pretty much everything is going to be on sale. So first things first is the requirements for level 41. The XP requirement is going to be 6 million XP. And then additionally, these tasks you'll need to complete are power up a legendary 20 times, complete 30 raids, catch 200 Pokemon in one day, and have 4 gold medals. So a few of these are gonna be pretty simple. The 4 gold medals you probably have realistically by hitting level 40. 200 Pokemon in a day may be a bit more difficult depending if you're a rural or city player, but probably on a community day, this is an easy one to pump out, or on a spotlight hour, things like that. 30 raids, you're gonna have to do it on the day, but power up 20 legendaries. This is something you can definitely at least, if you have a legendary in mind right now to power up, I would say hold off on powering it up until you do hit this. If you are level 40 right now and in 2 weeks time, this is gonna be unlocked for you, save powering up that legendary until you unlock the level 41 quest, or at least start stockpiling some of those resources, invest some rare candies, or try to maybe get a cheeky silver pineapple in for one of your catches now to have enough candy to power up a few things. Additionally, if you don't have 4 gold medals, work towards 4 gold medals now. There are plenty of really easy ones, such as just, completing the Kanto or Johto Pokédex. These Pokemon have been around forever, just evolve through if you haven't gotten around to doing so yet. Level 42 will be 7.2 million XP, and the requirements for leveling up here will be to evolve the 7 unique evolutions, do 15 item evolutions, make 3 excellent throws, and to use 200 berries while catching a Pokemon. So again, excellent throws and the berries are gonna have to be done on the day. You could start stockpiling berries if you're not someone who holds on to them. I wouldn't really worry about that though. The main thing I would say to prepare would be the Eevees. So if you're not aware, there is a naming trick in Pokemon Go for naming your Eevees. I'll put the names up here on screen. Basically what you do is name your Eevee this name. I would recommend restarting the app as well so it force sends those names to the server and recognizes the names. And then once you evolve these Eevee, they will evolve into their corresponding evolution. However, this only works once, and this isn't once for a regular and once for a shiny. No, it is once, full stop. So I usually always save the name trick for like my shiny that I want to do for that particular evolution. I've used the name trick for every single Pokemon, so I cannot use it again. I cannot guarantee through name evolutions ever again. So what you're gonna want to do is, first of all, I guess stockpile some Eevee. If you don't have spare Eevee, grab a few, because Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon are going to be a random dice roll of the 3. And sometimes you're not gonna get lucky to get all 3 in one setting. You might have 3 Eevee, but they all evolve into Flareon. So I'd say have some excess Eevee just in case. Secondly, Leafeon and Glaceon evolve when they are next to a mossy or a glacial lure. So you're gonna need to pop a lure down and evolve while in range of that Pokestop with the lure on it. Not too hard. And then lastly, Espeon and Umbreon have a few extra steps required. The main one being you need to walk 10 kilometers each with those as your buddy, and evolve them as your buddy. I really do recommend walking the full 10 kilometers with them and not swapping between buddies, because there are really weird specifications of having to get at least 2 candies as well. So if you decide to walk a kilometer, take it off, put it back on, walk another kilometer, take it off, there have been errors in the past where it's not been reliable or consistent. So just put it as your buddy, do those 10 kilometers. evolve during the day while it's still your buddy for Espeon, and then evolve during the night while it's still your buddy for Umbreon. So you can pre-walk these now, label them as such, say 10 km walked, little tick or something, so that you know that one is ready to go when it comes time to do this quest. And you can just walk them now and put them aside. Just make sure that you reassign them as your buddy before you evolve them. The telltale signs to know if you are evolving your Umbreon or Espeon correctly is now they will show you either the shadow or show you the color of that Pokemon. If all the steps have been done correctly, if it's still your buddy, if it's had 10 kilometers walked, it's got the candies, it's daytime, it'll show you, hey, I'm gonna become Espeon. And then you know. If you don't see that pop up or that shadow, you might have done something wrong, so make sure you double check. The only time it should give you the question mark is if you're doing Flareon, Vaporeon, or Jolteon. So pre-walk your Eevees being the main thing you can do here well in advance. For level 43, the XP required will be 9 million XP, and that's also one of the tasks you need to complete. You need to earn 100,000 Stardust, you need to catch 5 legendaries, and use 200 super effective charge moves. This is just one of those things where you have to kind of do it on the day or do it on the week or the month whenever you receive this level up. You can't do any of this in advance, except for, getting the XP. For all of these goals, you can start working on XP from day dot. For level 44, the XP requirement is 11 million XP, and your requirements are going to be win 30 Great League battles, 30 Ultra League battles, 30 Master League battles, and win 20 GBL battles. So more than likely these 30 battles are 30, 30, and 30 are going to be like, trainer v trainer, and then the GBL being GBL specific. This is another one that you can't really do until you run into this level. However, you could prep a team if you wanted to prep in advance, but realistically, this is a do it on the day one. Level 45 is going to be 13 million XP. You're going to need to defeat 100 Team Go Rocket Grunts, purify 100 Shadow Pokemon, defeat the Team Go Rocket leaders 50 times, and have 10 platinum medals. So there's a few things we can do here well in advance. A lot of this, again, the defeating them is going to be once you reach this level. It's not going to reward you for previous battles done. It is, going forward. One thing you can do right now though is stash aside any cheap shadow Pokemon that you can purify. Things like Rattata, Weedle, Zubat, even, Golbat and the evolution line, if you did, catch a Golbat instead of Zubat, they're all 1,000 Stardust purifications. And that is the cheapest Stardust cost to purify there is. There's 1,000, 3,000, and 5,000. I would really recommend, if you can, get those battles in and catch and put aside and label the cheap ones, the rats, the Weedles, the bats, so that you can just, when the time comes, rather than spending 500,000 Stardust, you can spend 100,000 Stardust. Again, keep in mind for all of these levels, there isn't really a rush necessarily. You can power up your Pokemon all the way to level 50 once you hit level 41 plus. So you don't have to be like, oh no, I'm limited and I can't power up my Pokemon to level 50 until I do all this grinding. That's not the case. So thankfully, at least at this stage, you can power up all the way without hitting these levels. This is more about just the journey and the showing that you are the very best like no one ever was. So put aside 100 cheap purification shadow Pokemon would be my tip. Additionally, you can start working towards those platinum medals right now. There are a few that I would say are the easiest 10 to get. The easiest small few would be, again, Kanto, Johto, Sinnoh, any of the Pokédex related ones. Finish out your Pokédex where possible. I know that regionals might be an issue, so check with your local groups for trading if you need to fill any spots in. Someone in your area may have some of the rarer regionals just because of safari zones and go fests and things like that in the past. The Scientist medal for evolving 2000 at Platinum. Again, this is a great one if there's a, December com days coming up or even the previous com days we've had this year. Weedle is a cheap evolution. Weedles, rats, P-Doves, any of that kind of stuff, 12 candy evolutions. Just stockpile that kind of stuff and start pumping out evolutions now because it's all going to carry forward. Pikachu medal as well is 1,000 for the platinum, considering how much we have Pikachu each event, and if Pikachu comes back for the holiday event, it's an easy one to work towards. The collector badge is 50,000 catches, which is a lot, but again, probably one of the easier, less restrictive ones to do. The Ranger task for 2,500 tasks at Platinum. The Backpacker tasks for spinning 50,000 Pokestops. The Battle Girl medal for 4,000 battles done in gyms, by the way. And this is something where you could sit with a friend at a gym, maybe grab some lunch and just battle back and forth if you're on opposite teams, chuck in a Weedle, battle theirs down, chuck in a Weedle, and you can kind of get, you know, a bunch of battles in a day that are pretty easy and not too resource heavy. This is gonna vary depending on where you are in the world. Maybe you're someone who lives in the city and the Pokestops one is easy, or maybe you're someone who's rural and therefore, you know, doing the jogger medal or the walking medal and things like that are more accessible for you. Take a look now and plan out which 10 are gonna be the easiest for you to get, because you can start working towards them right now. And lastly, for the information we have at hand is level 46. The requirements are going to be 15.5 million XP. That will be one of the tasks to tick off as well for the quests. Completing 100 research tasks once per day for 7 days, taking a snapshot of a Pokemon, landing 50 excellent throws, and hatching 30 eggs. So again, this is one that you have to do once you get to this level, but the XP, the overall XP goal for all of these can be something that you work towards starting now. At this stage, this is all of the accurate information that we have. I don't want to go based off any data mined information because it's not official, and even this stuff could change depending on if they decide to rebalance from the Australian test, you know, beta. But at this moment, this is what we have at hand and what we know is fact. Also at this stage, no one has progressed beyond level 46 because of the 7-day cap requirement there. So if there's any other insights after this, I will make an update video and add on to this one, or if it's something pretty small, I'll pin it in the comments down below in about, 5 to 6 days time. So just a quick recap, work towards 4 gold medals at minimum, pre-walk your 2 Eevees for Espeon and Umbreon. That's gonna be, one of the main things to kind of passively work towards right now. Put aside those cheap Purification Shadow Pokemon. This is gonna take a lot of time, so start stashing now. And pick out and decide which 10 platinum medals you're going to work towards, because again, you can work on them right now. Personally, I'm looking forward to just taking my sweet time in leveling up. I'm in no particular rush. I just wanna have fun, tick it off as I go, and kind of do it as organically as possible. I don't wanna rush, I don't wanna waste this, when I hit level 50 and then it's like, oh, I'm done now. I don't have more little lists to check off or particular goal, or I haven't set goals for myself beyond level 50. So I'm really gonna enjoy the journey towards level 50, taking my sweet time and enjoying every little step along the way. But if any of these tips are helpful for you and maybe help you save some time or some resources in the long run, please leave a like on this video and leave a comment below which portion of level 41 plus you're most looking forward to. Are you gonna try and race through it? Are you gonna take your time? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, lovelies, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you to everyone who did leave a like as well. And if you'd like additional ways to support the channel, links to our Patreon and the merch are in the description down below. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.